In this video, we're going to walk through how to create a task inside of Monolith. I've got my Monolith case open here. So once I'm in the case that I wanted to create a task for, what I'm going to do is click Tasks up here in the top menu bar. And this is going to show us like a simple workflow Kanban style view with cards for tasks that we have already created within this case. So you can see I have a couple already created in various stages. For our purposes, though, I'm going to create a new task. And to do that, I'm going to click New Task up here at the top left. And this is going to ask me for a task name, description, and then you can see we also have a couple of options down here at the bottom to assign as well. So starting with this evidence one, what this does is this allows you to associate this task with a particular evidence item in the case. So let's say it's associated to this thumb drive. So I can go ahead and select that. It's just another layer of organization to keep everything kind of connected within your Monolith tenant. Next, we have the task status. I'm going to go ahead and leave this as backlog, but if you needed to create the task in a different status, say it was like pending or already being worked on, you can do that here. Next, we have the priority field. So let's say you have an exigent situation. You can actually mark this task as urgent. And then it just gives you kind of a visual cue of what is highest priority inside of your tasks in Monolith. Next, we can set a due date. So we can move the calendar, select a date off of there, or you can see we also have these shortcuts up here at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and just use these shortcuts. Okay, it's set that for me now. Next, we have task category. So if you have set up categories in your Monolith tenant settings for different task types, you can select those here. I'm going to go ahead and just select one of these for now. Next, we can assign who will be working on the task. So I'm going to click this here. This will bring up a list of all investigators associated to this case inside of Monolith. So I am going to assign this to myself for now. So I'm just going to click my name here. And then the last thing we have here is templates. So we are able to save tasks as templates. And when we do that, we can click this template button, and then it just appears as an option for us to quickly create a task with all the information and subtasks pre-populated for us inside of Monolith. I'm going to go ahead and skip the template for now and click Submit. Okay, you can see it's now added it over here to my list on the left-hand side. So now I'm going to click into this task and point out just a couple of other things for you. So if you have a task that has a bunch of subtasks, we can add subtasks here. And if you click Add Subtasks, you'll notice this window is pretty much the same process that we just used to create our original task. So we can put subtasks here and follow that same process. And when we click Submit, it'll appear here in the list with due dates, if I had set one, and who's assigned, and all of that kind of stuff. And I was mentioning earlier, you can save tasks as a template. So if you have a task with a bunch of details and subtasks that are following the same process every time you are going to create that task, you can click this Save as a Template button here, and that'll save it to your task templates, and then you'll be able to access it later when you're creating a new task. Over here on the right-hand side is just going to give you kind of a column view of the information that we just entered when we created the task. So just something to be aware of. If you needed to see that information, you can see it all here. And last but not least, we do also have task notes. So if you're working on a task and you want to take notes on this particular task you're working on, you can do that here. And Monolith will keep that associated with this task. Just makes it, again, nice, easy to keep it nice and organized. So you can keep your notes and documentation associated with both the evidence item and the tasks that you're working on. And that's how to create a task in Monolith. Thanks for watching.